Hello everyone and welcome to my home and away news. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The tribal chief acknowledges his Yellow Jackets. Roman Reigns responds after Georgia Tech sends WWE superstar a personal message. Roman Reigns acknowledged his alma mater, Georgia Tech, on social media. Reigns responded to the Yellow Jackets post from his appearance on the Pat McAfee show. Before becoming a WWE superstar, the tribal chief was a defensive tackle for Georgia Tech's football team. He went undrafted in the 2007 NFL draft but was signed by the Minnesota Vikings. However, he was diagnosed with leukemia and had to get treatment. After a failed stint in the Canadian Football League, Roman Reigns turned to his family's business and became a pro wrestler. He went on to become one of the greatest WWE superstars of his generation. In an appearance on the Pat McAfee show on Wednesday, Reigns put over how Georgia Tech was vital in his life as a man. The Yellow Jackets X account reshared his interview, which prompted a response from the tribal chief. Roman Reigns was hyped about his Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets at the moment because they're currently atop the ACC standings at 5-0. The Yellow Jackets are currently tied with the Miami Hurricanes for the best record in the conference. Curiously enough, Reigns' cousin, The Rock, played for the Hurricanes and was part of their 1991 national championship team. What did Roman Reigns say about Georgia Tech? Roman Reigns was hyped to talk about Georgia Tech during his interview on the Pat McAfee show. Reigns didn't want to brag about their position because his teams usually don't do well when he celebrates too early. The tribal chief also expressed his gratitude to the Yellow Jackets while also giving out a recruiting speech for potential future players and students. In addition to Roman Reigns, some of the most famous people to come out of Georgia Tech include former United States President Jimmy Carter, AT&T Chairman David Dorman, Nobel Prize winner Kary Mullis, NBA legend Chris Bosh, and NFL legends Calvin Johnson, Billy Shaw, and Joe Guyon. When it comes to commanding respect, there's no one in the WWE universe, or perhaps even in sports entertainment, who does it quite like Roman Reigns. The man known as the Tribal Chief has spent years at the top of the mountain, stacking up accolades and opponents alike. But this week, the head of the table had a different kind of moment in the spotlight, one that didn't come from the squared circle, but from the world of college football. In a surprising and electrifying crossover, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets sent a special message to WWE and, more specifically, to Roman Reigns himself. It was part show of respect, part challenge, and all swagger, just the way the tribal chief likes it. What came next was a moment that sent social media ablaze and showed just how far Roman's influence stretches beyond wrestling. The Georgia Tech connection. It all began after Georgia Tech's huge upset victory over a major rival. The Yellow Jackets, known for their grit, determination, and relentless energy, decided to celebrate their win in a way that blended sports and entertainment perfectly. In a locker room video posted to X, formerly Twitter, several Georgia Tech players could be seen celebrating with WWE-style flair, belts raised high, mimicking Roman's signature entrance, and shouting, "Acknowledge us." The clip immediately caught fire online. Fans tagged WWE, the official WWE account reposted the video with the caption, "The Yellow Jackets have spoken," and soon after, Roman Reigns himself stepped into the conversation. The acknowledgement heard around the internet. Roman, ever the king of social media mind games, quote-tweeted the Georgia Tech post with just 3 words that sent his followers into a frenzy. "I acknowledge you. Trophy honeybee. Simple. Direct. Powerful." It was a masterclass in the Roman Reigns playbook. The message was both gracious and commanding, sending Georgia Tech fans into celebration mode. Within minutes, hashtags like #TribalChiefTech and #AcknowledgeTheJackets started trending across platforms. Fans lose their minds. The crossover between WWE and college football fandoms made for one of the most entertaining nights online. Georgia Tech fans flooded the comments, thrilled that the undisputed WWE champion had given their team the ultimate seal of approval. WWE fans chimed in, teasingly suggesting that maybe Roman should recruit the Yellow Jackets as the newest members of the bloodline. One fan wrote, "Roman Reigns acknowledging Georgia Tech might be the greatest thing that's ever happened to this team." That's head of the table energy right there. Another joked. Imagine Roman walking out with the Yellow Jackets in his corner at WrestleMania. The arena would explode. Even WWE superstars joined in on the fun. Paul Heyman, Roman's legendary special counsel, tweeted, "My tribal chief graciously acknowledges greatness when he sees it. Congratulations to the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. May your victories continue, as decreed by the head of the table." The post oozed Heyman's trademark flair for words, blending respect and reverence for his tribal chief with a wink to the passionate Georgia Tech fanbase. Roman's influence beyond wrestling. What made this moment so special wasn't just the celebrity acknowledgement, it was a perfect example of Roman Reigns' crossover appeal. Over the past few years, he's become more than just a WWE superstar. He's become a cultural force, someone whose presence commands attention in any arena. From late-night talk shows to ESPN features, Roman's dominance has transcended wrestling. His catchphrase, "Acknowledge me," has become more than just a heel taunt, it's a pop culture phenomenon. Athletes, musicians, and even politicians have mimicked the gesture in their own contexts, proving how deeply Roman's influence runs. For Georgia Tech, receiving that acknowledgement was more than just a social media moment, it was a badge of honor. Their underdog energy mirrored Roman's own journey. From being doubted early in his WWE career to becoming the face of an entire generation, Reigns built his empire through perseverance and belief. In many ways, the Yellow Jackets did the same in their recent triumph. The tribal chief's message of respect. Later that night, WWE posted an exclusive backstage video where Roman elaborated slightly on his tweet. Dressed in a slick suit and the undisputed championship resting across his shoulder, Roman looked into the camera and said, "When greatness recognizes greatness, that's what acknowledgement means. Georgia Tech, you showed the world what happens when a team believes in itself. That's what being at the top of the table is all about. Keep stacking those wins. Stay hungry. Stay humble. And always remember, the tribal chief sees you." It was a short message but carried the gravitas of a true champion speaking to a team of warriors. Fans once again went wild, calling it one of Roman's most wholesome promos ever and Georgia Tech tease future collaboration. Following the viral exchange, WWE's official X account shared a cryptic post featuring the Georgia Tech logo alongside Roman Reigns' championship belt, captioned, "When worlds collide. Stay tuned." That single post sent speculation spiraling. Could WWE be planning an on-campus event at Georgia Tech? Perhaps a cameo by Roman during halftime at an upcoming game? Insiders hinted that WWE's marketing team had already been in touch with Georgia Tech's athletic department about potential collaborations. Whether it's a simple promotional partnership or something bigger, fans are already dreaming about seeing Roman Reigns deliver a thunderous "Acknowledge Me" live at Bobby Dodd Stadium. A moment that blends sports and spectacle. In the end, this crossover moment represents everything fans love about both college sports and WWE. The passion, the pride, and the pageantry. The Yellow Jackets brought energy, charisma, and unity, all qualities Roman Reigns embodies every time he steps into the ring. As the echoes of "Acknowledge Us" fade from Georgia Tech's locker room, one thing remains clear. When the tribal chief acknowledges you, you've officially made it to the big time. Roman Reigns might be the head of the table in WWE, but his reach extends far beyond that. With one tweet, he connected two fanbases, inspired countless athletes, and reminded everyone why his name carries weight across every arena, from the squared circle to the football field. And for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, that acknowledgement will go down as a legendary moment. A time when the tribal chief himself looked their way and said, with all the confidence in the world, "I acknowledge you." Because when Roman Reigns speaks, the world listens. And now, the Yellow Jackets can forever say they've earned the tribal chief's respect.